It's interesting. We served during a time where, people forget maybe, America's longest war, 9/11 to 2021, easily, right? So you got a large number of veterans that did repeat deployments, the wear and tear. And President Trump came into office the second time, famously saying no more forever wars. Well, we got something going on in Iran right now, brother, that I'm just like, what are we doing? I've been very vocal about it. When you see what's happening, because you win this thing, you're going to be in the Senate and they deal with foreign policy in
That's right.
Congress. What are your thoughts about what you're seeing right now?
Well, one, it's just utterly. To say it's disappointing is an understatement. It's disgusting. It's what it is. I mean, and nobody wants this, by the way. Like the American people are sick and tired of forever wars. They're sick and tired of expending blood and treasure in conflicts that we can be very honest do not do anything to improve the lives of the everyday American. It doesn't make us safer. It doesn't make us wealthier. It doesn't help us as a society. We just dump money into buckets of blood, and it just makes people at Raytheon or Lockheed Martin a lot wealthier. But we put all of the cost on the shoulders of the young men and women we send off to do this stuff, and frankly, on the shoulders of the civilian populations that we
Yes.
then inflict violence upon. And
I was about to say, Graham, that's the point. That's the last point I want to hit because I know you got time. Explain this to me. What is the average Mainer sitting around the coffee table, sitting at the kitchen table? What are they talking about? Because I know down here in Georgia, we're talking about affordability and just basics. All of this is happening internationally, is affecting us directly in our homes. What are they saying?
they're saying, why the hell is my gas $4.60 a gallon?
Hmm.
I mean,
Hmm.
and the answer, and they, by the way, know the answer. The answer is the
Yes.
Straits of Hormuz are closed. That's
Yes.
the answer. And it's closed because Donald Trump started a pointless fucking war. Sorry, I shouldn't swear, but like
No, no, no. Hey, shoot.
drives me
It's
nuts.
fine.
They're also asking, why did the hospital close? They're asking,
Hmm.
why do we see schools closing around the state? They're
Big, beautiful
asking, why
bill.
are young people leaving our communities because they can't afford a home? And the frustrating thing about all of this is I guarantee in Georgia, it's the exact same conversation.
It is. It
And
really
the
is.
reason it's the same conversation is it's a systemic problem.
Yes.
It's a systemic problem because as
Yes.
a nation, we have prioritized things like foreign wars over prioritizing things like building housing or creating an energy infrastructure that is going to allow Americans to be productive because we're now creating energy in a national way that is not using fossil fuels as the base. Right?
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
like this is the working people across the country are all talking about the exact same things. And the answers to them are not starting other stupid wars.
Yeah.
The answers to them
Yeah.
are frankly raising taxes on
Hmm.
billionaires and corporations and investing that money into our communities. That's the answer. It's like it's a foreign policy that is not built around expending trillions on war, but a foreign policy built around actual diplomacy and building relationships around the world. That's good
Yeah.
for the American people. But
Yeah.
starting wars that only enrich a few, frankly, defense companies, that's not good for the American people, and everybody knows it. And I think that's also, but for decades now, even before
Hmm.
Donald Trump, we had a political system that has in many ways been selling out the working people of this country
Very much
over
so.
and over and over again. And we've
Very
just
much
reached the
so.
point where it's so blatant and clear that it's happening in every single corner of the country, and everywhere it's happening, it is exactly the same.